When you want to pass data and variables and things to a subroutine, it's called calling it with arguments. The variables that you pass to it are called arguments. And so let's talk about how this is done in Perl. And we'll make a copy of the subs.pl and we'll call it arguments.pl. We'll open that up. And again, looking at the message subroutine, you'll see that this string is passed to it. And throughout this course, we've passed a number of different things to message. And inside of the subroutine, we see this line here, which is how that argument is used inside of the subroutine itself. So the way this works is the arguments are placed inside the parentheses, and technically in Perl, this is a list. So you could, just to make this look a little bit simpler, my $s equals, and we'll just take this and move it up there. And then we'll call it with $s. If you wanted to, you could have several of them. You could have $y and $z, and we could, $y is a number, and $z is another string. And then the subroutine is now being called with 3 arguments. So the arguments are in a list, which in Perl is in parentheses and are separated by, each element of the list is separated by a comma. And those arguments are passed into the subroutine with a special variable, which is actually a list, and it looks like that. And so if you wanted to get all of these arguments, you could say my $m, $y, $z equals this list, like that. And get rid of this one. And now you have all 3 of these. We're only printing one of them, of course, in print $m with the new line at the end of it. But if we save this and run it, it'll do exactly what we expect. We get just that first string, which is in $s, and we're not doing anything with the other ones. If we wanted to, we could also display those. We could say display them in parentheses like this. And we save that and run it. We see that we're actually getting all of those arguments. There they are out there at the end. So the arguments are getting passed in this array. An array is simply a variable that contains a list. They get passed to the function as the list inside of the parentheses. And then inside the function, you can use them just as you use any array or list, assigning them this way and printing them out that way.